Hi everyone, it's the time of the month again for me to show you my completed pages of the month. I have a list here in front of me. I managed to colour 83 pictures this month, which is quite a lot. Some of them were really small, so it isn't as many as it sounds, but I'm going to show you them all anyway, and across 30 different books. There are also some downloads as well, so I'm going to go through them all. I've actually put them in author order for me this time, so hopefully I can do it fairly easily and in a sort of organised fashion. So we're going to start with my Johanna Basford pictures. Oh. Here's my pile of Johanna Basford books I've been working through. So I started, well, I'm going to start with the postcard that I did. I was sent this by a friend. Let's come in a bit closer so you can have a good look. I'm trying to remember this time to come in close so you can see what I've been doing in a bit more detail. So this was actually a tutorial video, and excuse me, I used the coarse pencils and a pastel background for this one. This is from the Magical Jungle postcard book, by the way. I don't have this book. A friend sent this to me to colour, so that was very kind of her. So that is the first one. Then I did this one. Well, I've got this one to show you. This is, look how bright that is. This is from the Enchantments gift tag set, and I used my chrome pens on this, and they're really shiny. I just wanted to demonstrate a way to do it in just metallics, because it's always a bit tricky knowing quite how to colour in these little gift tags, so I just thought I would show you a way, so that was quite fun. Now we're going to move on to, I've got them in order in my book. I'm going to start with Lost Ocean because I think we better zoom out a little. Lost Ocean is the next one in my book. I need to open it out fully so you can see the whole page. So this is the tutorial, which actually has been going out right at the end of the month, and I used Arteza Expert pencils on this one, and a little bit of pen. It might be hard to see now I've zoomed out, but on each of the pictures there are some bubbles, and they've been done in a Sakura metallic pen jelly. I've got a set of these jelly rolls and they're all metallic, and the silver one, they seem to me at the moment, I haven't used them loads, to be shinier than any other similar metallic gel pens that I've tried. I haven't tried loads. They seem shinier than the Posca, I think, but you know, I'm not the expert. Well, I've done a lot, but I'm not, you know, I haven't tried lots of gel pens. So there's that one. Now this page took quite a long time, as you can imagine, but I think it was worth it in the end. I did enjoy it. So that's our Lost Ocean page. I'm just trying to organise my piles of books as we go. Now Ivy and the Inky Butterfly next. I just did the one page in, no, 2 pages, we've got 2 bookmarks. This page here, I can only come in a little bit more. I'd done this page over here a long time ago for Halloween actually, in a series, which was good fun, and I decided to finish it off and do this side, and did each of these as a tutorial for you, which you probably or may not have already seen. And I went around the boxes with a Sakura glaze pen, so you can see it's shiny. The only problem is these boxes line up, these line up, not all of the lines line up. So when I shut the book, the 2 pens stick together, and I get a little bit of pen has worn off in one place where they stuck together, which isn't something I expected. But anyway, maybe I didn't let them dry fully, I'm not sure. And I also did, this is an old page I did as a set of tutorials. I had great fun doing that page. This page, it's a real simple one. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you what I coloured the last page with. It was polychromate. Yes, this page was done with Castle Arts Gold pencils, sorry, mainly. I did this as a buddy colour with my friend Michelle. We wanted something fairly quick and simple to do, and so this was a good page to do. Now, there are dots around the page, which you may or may not be able to see very well. I shall come in a bit closer so you can see. and I coloured those in, you might be able to see, a sparkly glitter pen. It was one of the Castle Arts 100 gel pens, glitter pens. So I used one of those. So that was that page. That was a lot of fun, very quick and fun to do. So next in my list is Miniature Enchanted Forest. So we'll come in a bit closer. I don't think I've got any doubles, so we'll come in really close. So the first one I did, well, I don't know what order I did them in, to be honest. This is the tree trunk that I did. It was a buddy colour, which I had really good fun doing. I used my polychromos because it's quite a small book, so you need something that keeps its point well. I love this picture anyway, and I have to admit, I saw a picture on Pinterest and I used it as slight inspiration for mine, but I had such fun. I really enjoyed doing the gold mushrooms, actually, which it was just a tree trunk I took inspiration for. These extra dark areas, I thought it looked really good when I saw it. It sort of matches in with the dark windows that are already in there. And I had a great fun doing that one. And I also did this bear, not this bear, he's been done a while, this bear. Now I wanted something really quick to do because some days I just want the satisfaction of finishing a picture, and I knew it was about time I did this bear, and he's quite plain, isn't he? So I did him quite plain, and I did him with an interesting background. You can see the sparkle. This is a sort of background technique I've been trying a lot this month, and you will see it through on other videos as well, on other books as well, and I have made a video tutorial on how to do it, which comes out next month, maybe quite near the end of the month, I'm not sure, because I'm getting really ahead with my videos. So I did a pastel background and some gold stickles on the top for that one. The bear is coloured in Arteza Premium pencils. Okay, so that is him. What do we have next? Yes, we have Miniature Secret Garden. And our first one is this page. Now, this page here is a video that I made, and when the book pretty much first came out, I did a video of every small picture that's unique to this book. And I just sort of did this one to match fairly well. It's not, I did it with a completely different set of pencils. I did it with Cause pencils because they have a nice fine tip for some of these details. And I just tried to match the leaf colours in a little bit. So you can see I did those dark and those slightly olivey and that sort of thing, and I just had fun. It was just one of those days when I wanted something quite quick and not too taxing with regards to colour choice, and I used some yellows as a yellow as well. Just had fun with it. Okay, hey, look at this bookmark. These are my husband's bookmarks. It's a little ghosty. I think that's so cool. Anyway, I haven't seen it before. He just gave me a pile of bookmarks to use for my video. Let's move you across slightly and we should be able to just about fit in. This was just, again, someone suggested to me I hadn't done a rainbowy type picture for a while, so I did this one. I've noticed we've got quite a bit of dirt on this page. I don't know what that's from. I could probably erase that, but anyway, I did this using Giorgione pencils. Again, they're quite, they hold their point well, which is really useful for this this book. And this one, I just wanted to do something quite quickly. I wanted them to look a bit like they had gemstones in the middle. It's a bit messy, I have to say. What did I use for this? Again, Giorgione pencils. I don't know, I could perhaps could have spent a little bit longer making it look a bit neater. Now this is a book that I'm actually trying to finish, so I've done quite a few pictures in here. Look how cute that is. Anyway, and I had a tutorial for a door in a book, which I'm in a Johanna Basford colouring group on Facebook, and someone shared a picture of a door they'd done using this tutorial, and I did it, and no, hang on, I did it on this page like she did here. And I decided to have another go on this page just because I had such fun doing the door, but use some different colours. So that's what I did. So I'll come in a bit closer so you can see the door. And it was coloured with, I'm guessing, Prismas. yeah, Prismacolor pencils, because the tutorial was with Prismas, although as I say it was in different colours, so I had to go with that, and then just did the outside. I wanted the door to really stand out, so I kept the outside all one colour, and I don't often do pink leaves or pink anything really, so I thought it was a bit of fun. So that was that one. And then this one that you glimpsed at just now, I'm pretty sure I did both pages this month, because I've put flower wreath and I think this is the one. But anyway, I was a bit vague in my description when I keep a list, and I was a bit vague. This tree was a tutorial that I did on my channel, quite a simple one. I just fancied doing this tree. I thought I'd make a good tutorial just because it's quite simple. So I did that. This one I wanted to make, Ergosoft. This one is done with Polycolours, Corrinor, mainly, apart from the stars. I don't know how well you can see them, but they are done in a glitter pen. You can see it on that one. Okay, I haven't written down which one. I am assuming, as I've only got one set of glitter pens, that must be, whoops, the Castle Arts. So I just thought it would really just add a little bit of a sparkly twist, which is always nice. So here's this picture that I showed you before. You can see it fully. Now I did this in Prismacolors, but not all Prisma Premier. So I used my Prisma Premier for the door because that was what the tutorial used. Now I've had Helen Ellison's books for a long time, and I always convert her tutorials into polychromos because when I first got the books, that's all I really had a good set of anyway. But hers are in Prismas, so I thought I would try Prismas because I've got the Prismas now. But when it came to all these tiny leaves and details, I used my Very Thins. I've had my Very Thins for ages. So what I did was I did the leaves in Very Thin, and the flowers were actually done in normal Prismas. And then I did this background bit in a normal Prisma. I think it's a light green. So it was a lot easier to obviously use a thicker Prisma for that background bit. So that was that. And there is a tutorial for the leaves and this bit down here, I think, not for the door, but for some of it. I don't know when this goes out actually. So there's a bit of a spoiler. So there'll be one coming. So that is the Secret Garden. As I say, because I am aiming to finish that one soon, there's a lot of whoops, wrong way. There's a lot of pictures from that one. Now here is the weekly planner. Obviously I do you a picture each week from here, so you would have seen these if you follow my tutorials, but I will just go through them with you again. This one from the this one is Arteza Premium Pencils. This one is Castle Art Gold Pencils. This one is Castle Art Botanical Pencils. Oops. And this one is Castle Art Soft Touch for Ivy and Metallic for the top part. There's a tutorial for every one of these on my channel. I do one for all the planner. Next page is August. I've done that one. You won't see that until Monday. It will come out on Monday, so you can see it then. Okay, that's all my Johanna Basford. Next we are going to move on to Rita Berman. I did quite a few of her books too. So this is Europa. And what have we done from Europa? Oh yes, this was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle, and I did it in polychromos with a little bit of Sakura metallic silver pen here. It might have been Posca actually, I couldn't tell you which now. For the sort of circles, I assume it's supposed to be the cat thinking, I wasn't really sure. I actually really enjoyed keeping it quite simple, bold colours. It was quite fun. And to have sort of a plain background and base to make everything stand out. So that was a nice one. And to sort of make the picture slightly more muted, because I would imagine that a painting isn't always going to be as bright as the actual landscape. I mean, it could be, but you know, that was my thought anyway. And we have the hot air balloon picture. Now this was again a series of videos which you can go back and have a look at if you want to. I had good fun with that. Normally I don't leave a sky white, but I decided I wanted to colour the clouds instead of the sky and just show you something a little bit different. Of course you can colour the sky and the clouds, but you know, that's how I decided to do it. And this one is done in, the last one was polychromos. This was done in Chroma Flow, Derwent Chroma Flow, with little dots of Sakura metallic jelly roll pens, just because I'd only recently received them, I think. So I thought I would try them. Okay. This is a book that I got this month, so I feel very spoiled. I was sent this lovely book, and when I did my flip through of the book, I coloured in the little dragonfly here. It's quite tricky to see, it is small. I can come in a little bit closer for you. It was done in Castle Arts metallic pens, so it has a little bit of a shine, and I outlined it in a Sakura Stardust sort of sparkling gel pen as well to try and add some shine. So that was the only one I did when I did my flip through, but I also have done a page from inside, which is this page here. This was a buddy colour actually, which was lovely fun, and I did this sort of sparkly background, which again is very similar to the one I'm going to do a tutorial of next month. So it's pastels and stickles. The actual roses are coloured in Arteza Expert pencils. Okay, so that's that one. Now here is my Rita Seasons book. So this is a compilation, but it's really dirty. I need to wash the cover off. It's her, I've got some special stuff. I'm not going to just use a dishcloth, don't worry. This is a compilation of her 4 different seasons books, which I now have. I've been sent them all this month. I'm so lucky. But the compilation book I'm sort of working through and trying to finish. Now this particular picture was done with Prismacolor pencils, and there is some pastel in the background, which I hope you can see. This was for Pixie's Projects is having a so she does a colour along hashtag each month, and this month was rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, but you could choose any rabbits. So I've done quite a few rabbits which I've tagged her in, so they might appear in her video where she shows what people have done for her hashtag. So here is the first rabbit. So I thought it was rather cute. I wanted to make him look just fun rather than trying to make him look like a rabbit, so I chose this sort of really pretty colours that I liked from the Prismas. Now this one I actually only finished yesterday. Obviously the Fruit Market, which was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle. Now she chose a page, and it wasn't one I would have naturally chosen because I want to finish the book, as I do with all my books. I don't mind any page. If someone says let's do a page, I'll just agree to it because I don't mind. And actually I found it a lot of fun. There's a lot of detail in this page, and how I approached it was I did the sky, then the trees, then the ground. I did the banners on the top of the market stalls and this background, and then I did all the wood in the same colour and all the green bits, which reminded me of those nasty fake grass things they have at greengrocers. And then I could focus on the details and it didn't feel anything like as daunting. I thought I would just share with you what I did. And I used Castle Arts Soft Touch for this one, which she also used. I haven't seen her version yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. We want to see how close we have been in our versions, because we think that's quite fun. Now this picture is a story behind this picture too. This is from obviously the winter pages. We've got our rabbit, which again was for Pixie's Projects hashtag, but it was so hot. It was the hottest day. It reached 40 degrees almost in some parts of the UK, which is just unheard of. Here it reached about 36, which was still just stupidly hot. So I needed to cool down. So unfortunately the heat melted all the snow in the picture. But I wanted to do something snowy just to make me feel a bit cooler, so that's why I did this page. The background here is done with pastels. They were nice and easy to blend together. And the rest of the picture I'm just trying to look for you was done with Derwent Light Fast pencils. So that was that one. So we've done a few from this book this month. Now Rita's Land book. I really like this book. I think this is my favourite of her books, but I'm not sure. I always say that and then I turn a page and I'm like, oh, I like that one in that book. Do you know what I mean? Now this again was a buddy colour with my friend Michelle, and she picked this page. I hadn't even noticed this page before, but it was such fun to colour. And her page, she did it in pastels. And so our pages were so different. It's really interesting. But this one was coloured with Black Widow pencils. And it was a lovely fun. I kept it quite plain. I just wanted the bugs to really stand out. I thought they were quite pretty. So that's one from that book. Now the winter book was one that I was gifted as well. I hadn't felt like doing lots of winter pictures in July, but it's really lovely to have the book because I don't have a Christmas book, so now I've got one ready for the Christmas season, winter season, which is fantastic. And in my flip through video I coloured in this star to try and match it with that one, and I used polychromos and a Sakura Jelly Roll glitter pen. It's going a bit closer, as well as the Sakura white pen, I think, to get some white detail. It was such fun. I never would think of colouring a star this colour, but I just wanted to copy that one and I think it looks really fun. So that was good fun. Have I said fun enough times? It was fun. Now we have the autumn book. And again, I did a flip through. All these books, the new ones, all the new Ritas I've done flip throughs of. And this one, when I did my flip through, I did this little mushroom picture, which was good fun. I shall come in a bit closer again for you. So we're going in and out, not getting dizzy or nauseous. And this one was done in Derwent Chroma Flow pencils. So I just picked a little one because the flip through videos are usually fairly long. But I think some people don't like just to flip through, they like to see some colouring. So this one is the spring book. And again, when I did the flip through, I did this little colouring. I'm not sure about the colour of that bird, but hey, it was, I'm just trying to find, Castle Art Soft Touch, yes, and there's some silver pen as well on those little circles, which you may or may not, yeah, be able to see shine. There we go. So I just challenged myself to doing a sort of coppery watering can. It was a good fun one to do. So I haven't done any more in those books yet, but I'm excited about the prospect of doing so. Trying to zoom out a little bit while I'm talking. We're moving on to Morgan O'Brien's books. We've got two Matchstick Mouse books. This is the Summer book, which I had already, which my friend Michelle sent me for us to do buddy colours in. So we've been doing a few from here. She wants to finish this book in August. So if we do that, then I may have a completed book flip through. And what I'll do is, if I do loads of ones from here, I won't put them in my completed pages. I'll just keep them in the flip through, so it get a bit boring. So this is the first page in the book, which I did using hang on, Chroma Flow, Derwent Chroma Flow pencils. So that was fun. Actually, I will come in again so you can see the picture close up. So that's just pencil, there's no extra bits and pieces in that one. The fishing picture is the same as the one on the front. Obviously I didn't try and copy it exactly. That looks quite autumnal to me, but I still did the sunset rise. I think these little pictures with a lot of sky, it's a really good way to practice lots of different sky without having too big an area. So I really recommend the books for that reason. This one was done with Black Widow Scorpion pencils. Now I'm also trying colour mouse and hat and worm in different ways in each picture. I know some people would want to keep them the same in every picture, and that's absolutely fine, but I try and make them all a bit different. This artist page was done in Giorgione pencils. Again, we did a sunset and I tried to copy what I'd coloured here onto the easel. I thought it was fun. We did have a bit of a discussion as to what that little triangle bit is there. We never worked out what it was. That was quite funny. We had a bit of a giggle over that. I don't know if it's supposed to be part of the easel or if it's his arm, or no idea. Anyway, we'd never worked it out. Oh, that's a tutorial for later in the month. I've turned the page. You will see that in August. This is a walk in the mountains. The sky is plain in this one. I don't know, I just decided to keep it plain. And this one was done with Black Widow pencils as well. They're quite good for this paper. This is the American version. It's quite toothy, so I find a sort of more vibrant pencil, which is you can keep to a sharp point, is quite good paper. And then here is the cutest page. Look at him cuddling the owl. It was a really fun one to do. And I used for this one polycolours. So I only have 12, but it's rather nice to be able to sort of mix the colours together and things like that, and also keep it simple. I'm just going to stop a minute and be back. And sorry, the washing machine was beeping. Had to go get the children to attend to it. And I also was sent this Matchstick Mouse autumn book this month. I'm so lucky, and there is a flip through of that, and I've done a few pages in here. This was a colour along with June colours, and it's on my website, on my YouTube channel, sorry. And what did I colour it with? Castle Arts Gold, and in the window there's some stickles. The black sky has got black stickles on it to make it sparkle, and there we go, and the stars and the dots, which are sort of also stars, were done in the Sakura metallic pens, I think. So that was a fun one to do. And this one, this is the one I did when I did the flip through. So it's also on video, and it was done with the Castle Arts Monet set. And the stars are, look to me, they're glittery. I can't remember. I think I used a Glaze Sakura glittery pen on top, but no. I'm looking again. I think it's gold glitter. So I'm not sure how I did those. It might have just been a gold glitter pen. Anyway, that's that one. Now we are moving on to our sort of books where we only have one book per author, if that makes sense. So Microscopic Marvels, we need to move way out for this one. Big book, and it's a double page. So these two I did with Core's pastel pencils, which was good fun. These are viruses apparently, and I just wanted to make them look really pretty. I have fun in this book trying to make everything look as pretty as I can, because they're sort of nasties. Some of them are, some things aren't. So I had a go at that, so that was good fun. Right, I need to make some more room on my desk. Okay, now we have the Flower Year by Leila Dooley, and I try to do one a month in here, and of the relevant month. So this is a July picture. I'll come in a little bit closer. And this is done with polychromos, and it's quite a simple picture. I didn't use too many different colours, but I just wanted it to be simple really. So that was that one. That's fun. We have our Twilight Garden. There we go. So this is a Maria Trolley, and yes, I did tell you what I used. And now this rabbit page was again for on Pixie's Pixie Projects hashtag. I'm just going to move my bookmarks because they're going to fall over. So I picked this bunny, who is really cute, and we have the main part is coloured in Castle Arts Gold, and then I really like how this came out. It was drawn really nicely. It made it very easy. There's a pastel background, as you can see, and basically I went over in pastel, and then I sort of went splodge, which was different. And in the centre part here, I dotted a sparkly pen. I don't know how well you can see. I can't see it at all. And the camera is too small. So it was just a bit of fun with that one. I did get quite a lot of dark blue pastel on bits of the rabbit that I didn't want to be blue. But you know, you live and learn. So that was that one. Oh, sorry, I hit the tripod. Now, Colouring Heaven Patterns. I did one from here. I usually do one a month from here. It's quite a relaxing book. They're quite simple pictures. and so sometimes if I'm not in the mood to do anything too detailed, it's quite a nice one to grab. This one I did with Castle Arts gold pencils. Oops. And again with this book, it's similar. Now this is American Amazon paper, so it's quite rough and thin. So unfortunately it's no good for pens, which sometimes for a mandala book that could be nice. But anyway, I did this with, it looks like I did it with pastel pencils now. Holbeins, my Holbein pastel pencils I did for this one, which is quite an interesting. And I kept it really simple. It was just in the mood. Sometimes, I don't know about you, I'm just not in the mood for doing anything too fancy. Right, Circle of Life. We've got two from this book. The first one, this is Elephant's page. You know I love elephants, so I'd been wanting to do this page for a while but hadn't quite thought about how to do it. Now I sometimes find the pages in this book are a little bit dark, so I wanted to make it really bright, and so I did quite bright colours. It does mean the zebras are a little bit hidden. I didn't even colour them very much because they're sort of black and white already, and I didn't colour in the clouds. I just thought I'd leave them white. The birds have some colour and some white. But that was done in Giorgione pencils. Again, they're very good at keeping a sharp point, which helps with the detailing on the page. And this one here I actually didn't do this month. I did this quite a long time ago and I haven't shown you it, so I thought I would show you. Now this is also done with Giorgione pencils, but the background is pastel, and I just sort of splodged the main colours from the Dreamcatcher around, and then I tried to use some white pen on some of the details here, but it doesn't show up very well because the pink bleeds into the white. I didn't have my white ink, bleed proof ink then, so what I did was I got a Posca pen, and so I did some sort of splodges in the background. If I come in really close you can see how messy it is. There's sort of splodges of Posca, like little lines. I just scribbled here and there. I don't know whether it just looks like a mess or not, but I actually quite like it. It's really different, and the colours are quite pretty, aren't they, I think. Anyway, and the centre part is really different, so I think that's quite fun. It's really dark in there, so it just looks, there's a contrast. So that was that one. As I say, I did that quite a long time ago. I've just got to turn my page in my book. Okay. Hang on. Right, we are on to Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. And what do we have in here? Well, we have our first page. This is quite a tutorial that I did quite early on in the month for you, where I used watercolour pencils. Now, watercolours, I see a lot of people use them in this book, so I thought I would have a go. Now, I'm not confident in watercolours. It was just an experiment that I happened to film. It was a lot of fun, and I got a lot of advice from people on using them through after my video, which was rather nice and useful. And I have used them in the book again, but not on video, and I will show you. But not this page. This page was done in Prismacolor. So I started with these petals, and then I sort of changed tone almost down here, and I really like this bit, and I'm not convinced that this bit goes with this bit, but you know, doesn't matter. Now the bee's wings I just coloured with white, a Prismacolor. So on the ones that are overlapping something, I did a faint bit of the background, a bit of the colour. So this stem here is done in 3 or 4 shades of Prisma. I used the lightest one on the wing to show through, and did the same thing on all the wings, and then coloured over them it all with the white Prisma, trying carefully not to smudge the colour that's showing through. And I thought that was quite fun. I could have used glitter, but I decided not to use any glitter on this page. I kept it more muted, and I really liked the way the bees' bodies came out. I used a lot of bronze Prisma and other colours, and I've not used my Prisma load, so it was quite fun trying these different combinations, and I thought I might do a bee tutorial for you, but I can't actually remember exactly which pencils I used, so that's good, isn't it? Now this is the other one I did with the watercolour. Oops. So these are the Staedtler Karat Aquarelle watercolour pencils, and so I penciled them and then went over with water. Some of this is pen though. The bright yellow is all yellow Posca pen. The stars and the circles are Sakura shiny metallic pen, you see. But it was just really good fun. Yeah, the pages got slightly wrinkled, but I used a lot of water. It takes water really well, this book. And I have just ordered myself, I can see where I've got some paint on the next page, never mind. I've just ordered myself a set of Castle Arts watercolour pencils. I don't know if they're better or worse than the Staedtler, but the Staedtler ones aren't mine, they're my husband's. And these Castle Arts ones were on sale. I had a voucher and I ended up buying 72 for about £6. Which and those of you in the UK will know is very cheap. It's probably about, well, $8, I don't know. Yeah, that was good. Now I try and do one from this book every month because I really like the positive affirmations, and it just reminds you of how you should be feeling or thinking. Now I wasn't sure about this one with the eyes. I thought, oh, that's a bit different. But so what I decided to do was to colour the eyes and then use those colours throughout the page, and it was good fun. I used let me have a look. Giorgione pencils again. They have these really nice teal colours which I really liked, and then I used grey for the grey pencil for this sort of silvery bits, but the writing is actually in a silver pen. I used my Castle Arts metallic for that. It's not quite as shiny as the Sakura. And then the outside is done in a Posca, and I've got this really pretty Posca. I just thought it worked really well. So that was that one. Again, quite simple. I just was in the mood for a simple page and a nice affirmation, so that was nice. And my lovely elephant book from Marjorie Sarnat. I've done one this month. I decided on a limited colour palette for this one, and I used, I'm just going to look, Derwent Chroma Flow. So I do have to limit my colour palette because I only have a few. So that was fun. So obviously lots of purple and things like that. So it's a rather cute picture, I thought. So that was good. Oops. Now we have my swatch book. Now I know it's when I swatch a page, I colour the pictures on the page. So this is the Castle Arts page. Now because this is an old book, there's no names of the Castle Arts in the book. The more modern version of the swatch book does have them. It's an artist edition. I think it's Etsy you have to buy it from, and it's hardback, ring bound, not hardback, but it's ring bound, and it's more up to date, and it's probably in a way better than this, but I just wanted, this is the one I wanted because I don't like ring bound books, to be honest, so that's probably why. But so I wrote them in, which was fine. I wrote in the 120 though, because I've only got the 76, I say only, and it's plenty, but it was really interesting because it let me see which ones were missing from my set. Now, the biggest problem I have with the 76 is the browns. We really have very few browns. There's quite a few orangey browns, and that's it really. So but there's only 2 other browns in the 120, so it just seems to be slightly lacking in browns, and there's a green gold which I don't have, which would be nice. But anyway, I coloured it in using Castle Arts. I didn't do this bit in here, it's too close to the spine, but I had a go, and I've just noticed that I missed that bit, but never mind. So that's what I always do when I'm swatching. And I also swatched my polychromos and coloured in this bit here, and I'm lucky enough to have the 120 of those, so that was fun. So I did a couple of those. I'm just working through this book. It's a lovely book and it's really useful, but the idea of swatching all my pencils in one go was too daunting, so I'm just doing a few at a time. I've done quite a lot from this book. So another one that I'm thinking is, it's appealing in its simplicity because it's grayscale. I'll just show you like that. So some of it is coloured in already, sort of shaded in. It makes it easier for you to colour, and I don't feel there's a need for a background because of the style of the page. So they're quite quick, and so I did quite a few in here on days when I felt like doing something simple. So this is a bay tree coloured in polychromos, and this is a marigold coloured in Arteza Premium. This is the turnip coloured in Cause pencils. This is a feather fan coloured in Giorgione pencils. It's got white flowers, so it's quite hard to colour those. This is the loose strife, which is coloured in Chromaflow. The honeysuckle coloured in Giorgione. And oh no, I haven't done that one. The next one is in the other book. I was getting a bit carried away with my list. I've done one in the second book as well. There is a third one of these out too, but I'm still working through 1 and 2, which I was kindly sent by the publisher actually. This one is Missandra, and that's coloured with Arteza Premium. It's a very, very odd plant. It's with the orange flowers and the pink leaves. It's just the strangest, but anyway, fun. I just look them up. What I do, it's got the Latin names, so I look them up and then colour the colour as closely as I can. I'm not too worried about anything too realistic. This Ink House book, this month's picture was a tutorial for you, so I think that came out only quite recently. So Clarence the Caterpillar playing his saxophone, so he was great fun to colour, and I always colour in this book in polychromos. I don't know why, it's just my thing. So that's that. And next, whoops, there we go, I'm running out of space. We have Wildlife Wonders by Millie Marotta. This again was a tutorial which has gone out already. So we have the grasshopper. I think he's rather cute. I do like grasshoppers. I've never seen one. You just can't see them. But that was done in Ergosoft with a pastel background. The sun's shining, it better not start coming in. Now this book is a book that my friend Michelle bought for me to do buddy colours with her in, and we've done a lot. I'm going to start actually with a page further back. This is was a tutorial that I put out earlier in the month for the grape mandala, and I coloured that with Black Widow pencils. I might come in a bit because I think I can. Now I shall skip through these quite quickly. Some of them are really very simple. This one, let me see, Bambino crayons, Giorgione pencils, Staedtler Karat watercolour pencils. I thought it would be good. It actually, the rough paper ate up the nib on my water pen. I've used a water pen with like a felt pen nib. It didn't like this rough paper. It's really worn it down. So that be that a warning to you. I think people find the same if they use Copic markers. It's the same sort of nib. The paper is so rough it actually eats away the nib. Arteza Premium. This was done with triplus pens. Sorry, we've zoomed in a bit too much for those. Let's let you see them. Oops, see them full. I haven't used this greeny colour very much. I'm not sure if it goes with the pink. I'm still not sure. It goes with the black. And then that's obviously a different mix of colours. This was done with Staedtler metallic pens, and I find they are totally unshiny. I don't know whether they're not designed for porous surfaces, whether they would be shinier if you did them, say if you were colouring a rock or onto plastic or glass or something. But these are shinier. This is done with Giorgione pencils and a chrome metallic pen. They're still more shiny, these pens, if they're on a non-porous surface, but they're pretty shiny. This one was done with Arteza Premium. This one was done with Cores pencils, and there's a gold and silver pencil in there. They're a bit shiny. They're shinier than the Staedtler pens, but not that shiny. Cores Pastels. And last one, this one was done with Prismacolor, but the outside part is a metallic pen. That's a Castle Art metallic pen, and the dots, the horn and the dots on the body are done with sparkling pens, but they aren't that glittery. It's supposed to be glitter pens. They're Castle Arts as well. That's as far as I've got in that book, but we're doing quite a lot in that one as well together. Now, I have my graphy bookmarks this time. Last time I completely forgot to show you them, so you've missed a few. So these are the ones I've done this month. So this one was done with Castle Arts Botanical pencils. This one was done with Arteza Premium pencils. Oops. This one was done with metallic gel pens from Castle Arts. You can see the shine. This one was done with Triplus fine liners. But also last month I forgot to show you the ones I did there. So I'll just try and find them in my book. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Glitter pens, Castle Arts for that one. It's quite obvious really, you can see them. That one's done with Castle Arts metallic pens. And that one was done with Posca pen. So I'm working my way through the little bookmark book. And lastly, we have, download pages. So I did quite a few actually this month. So this one, let's try and turn my book back. This one was the Klara Markova download page, which I did in a big long series for you. Got some fluff on the page. I can't remember what we did it in. Oh, Castle Art Soft Touch, that's right. So that's that one. There's a video for every piece on this page. It was lovely fun. So that's that one. This one is Zen Zeta Doodles page, and there was a tutorial for parts of this one. And I did another one of hers as well. There's not a tutorial for this one, but that was lovely fun. Sorry, the first one was done, that one was done with Castle Arts Monet pencils, and this one was done with Black Widow Scorpion pencils. And then we have this coach. This is I've got to check on the back. This came from Timeless Treasures Colour It book. It's an American book. We can't get them here in the UK. My friend Mary sent me this. She's torn it out of her book because they're perforated pages and posted it to me, which was very kind of her. So I had great fun colouring this. I used Cores pencils, so I used the metallic pencils for the coach. But I did use some black pen on the coach windows, and then I used some stickles to make little sparkly diamonds on the top of the coach, which hopefully you can see. Stickles are very bright. They're very good at catching light, but they stick up quite a bit. So I have a method for putting them on which makes them flatter so that you can colour on the back. And that, in my video that I keep promising, will come with Stickles background. I will show you how to do that. Oh, there's also some stickles here. It's quite nice on a download because you can sort of do things like that without worrying. Now this one she also sent me. This is from the Colour It Steampunk book. And I coloured this all with my Castle Arts metallic pencils. I had great fun. I looked at it to start and I thought, oh my goodness, that's quite a daunting picture. but it was sitting on my desk and I was thinking and planning and thinking and planning, and this is what I came up with, and I was really pleased with the result. I do love the Castle Arts metallic pencils, and some of them do slightly shimmer if you look at them in the light. I think the thicker you apply them, the more shiny they can become, but I use them in the same way I would a normal pencil, normal in quotes. So like the tree, I just went darker along the edge and lighter towards the centre to give the tree some shape. So I just did it like it was a regular pencil. So I had fun with that one, and that is my last one. So across 30 books, and not including these downloads, I've done 83 pieces of colouring, and obviously, as I say, some are simple and small and some are more detailed. Now this month I got quite lucky. I made less videos because I'm only doing one a day for a while because of the building work. I was busy organising various kitcheny bits and bobs anyway, but I didn't have a lot of freelance writing work in, and so I had lots of time for colouring, so I was very lucky. So I got a lot done. I have done more in a month than this though. I think 86 is my record since I've been counting. So we'll see what happens next month. I'm going to try and make sure I use a few different books next month. I haven't used any Kirby this month. I should do some of those. And a few other authors where I haven't used all of their books, so we'll see. It might be different, but anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on and say thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good colouring month, and enjoy your August colouring. It's always fun to watch other people's videos and see what they've watched too. There's always loads, so if you like this sort of video format, there's always a lot on YouTube, so you can go and look at other people's as well, which is always good fun. But for now, thank you for watching and happy colouring.